Here we are again. It's me, Randy. I just broke my back reaching for a controller. Hello, let's play some Parasite Eve. Heck yeah. It's been a while. We're going back to Parasite Eve. Don't remember what the heck's going on. I do remember saying that I didn't really want to backtrack. Parasite Eve, it's a, boy, Japanese role-playing survival horror thing, and I'm gonna play it. I'm gonna keep playing it. It's my first time playing through it. Here we go. But then, after I complained that I have to backtrack the whole way through, I was told in the chat that maybe not. Maybe not. So let's head back to where I complained about that, and then maybe there was another way to go. This is disc 2 of 2. I don't think it is exactly the halfway point. Yeah, so we're probably over halfway through this game. I like this game a moderate amount. All right, let's see. I think this is it. It was like a bridge or something. Yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah. Yeah, and I got to the end of this bridge and there was a cutscene, and then it said like, hey, turn around. At least that's what I thought, but maybe not. Let's see. Oh, no, I'm thinking I've got to backtrack. I mean, I'm not seeing a way out of here without backtracking. Truly, truly awful. Don't want to do any of that. Definitely not how I want to start my first stream of this game in 3 weeks. But we don't live in a world where I get what I want. You can't always get what you want, as they say, as somebody has said before. Not me, though. Normally, I try to get what I want, and it... can I go this way? I don't know if this matters, but no. Oh, I think I've been over here. There was an item on this train or something. Yeah, there definitely. Yeah, we don't need to do that. Starting to get the memory of what's going on here. I don't... Story-wise, though, I'm going to need something to happen to trigger the capacitors in my brain that turn that part on, that remind me of what we were doing. It's been a minute. It's been a couple minutes. I remember back in the day when I would play a game and then, like, you know, that would be what I did. I'd just play it, usually through to completion. Let's see if I remember how to fight. I'll probably kill these bats here. Why are the bats exploding into ice? I think I have an ice gun now, is what that's about. Alright, kill 2 bats with 1 stone. Gonna kill a mole guy now after he spanks me a bunch. I'm not sure the ice is good. I may have replaced like a sleep shot for this crappy ice attack. Doesn't seem to be getting it done. Nah, alright, we're good. Inventory space, an issue. However, part of that is my fault because I have not been upgrading my inventory space, instead opting for better combat prowess. I don't regret the decision, but I do find the inventory space kind of annoying. Maybe this is just a straight up exit. Maybe that'll get me over there. Yeah. All right. Maybe that's not so bad. Okay, that's not nearly as bad as I thought it was going to be. Thought I was going to have to backtrack through that whole way. Guess not. Boy, oh boy, I don't remember what we were doing though, which means I'm going to have to bounce around until something triggers. Not the hospital. I was at the subway. I don't think it's Chinatown. Museum? Museum's the only thing that makes sense to me. Just through process of elimination and no other information. Seems awfully quiet, so maybe not the museum. Whoa, walking through doors. If music starts up, that's encouraging. No, no music. Oh. Aya says, who's that? Who's there? She also said, All right, this is encouraging. There's no music because it's supposed to be spooky. I think the game might be a little quiet. But let's fix that. No, I meant yes, not no. No is wrong. Yes is what we want. On. I am hurting. Hurting quite a bit. Hurting less. Hurting a lot less now. Hurting 0, as a matter of fact. It went from hurting a lot to hurting a not. Yep, that's the United States and parts of Canada. And Mexico's poking in there a little bit. Museums? What the? I'm sure I've got a cure or something that I don't want. Stiffness bothers me, so yeah, okay. Definitely have a problem with stiffness. Both too much and not enough, depending on what I'm doing in a day. All right. Must be off hours. Either that or this museum's not very popular because it's quite quiet. Although there's some broken glass. I don't know what that's implying, other than glass being broken. Those doors were already ajar, so they didn't make any noise when I opened them. Ah! Hey! Says Aya. Uh-oh. I didn't even get to move, it's on. I think my favorite part about this game is the limited space to do anything and how slow she is. It's my favorite. Those are two separate things, but still, I lumped them in together because they are similar and how much they bother me. I mean, I love it. How much I love it. Ow. Aya says, how the heck did those dinosaurs get here? Couldn't tell you. It's not like we were in the Museum of Natural History and there was a mitochondria thing making things that aren't normally alive. Surely not. Surely that is not happening. Your inventory is full. Sure, why not? You want stiffness. Oh yeah. I'm pretty jacked up with this gun. I don't think I can upgrade it anymore, but we're gonna try it anyway. Tune that up. Yeah, I can either add 2 bullets to it. Yeah, this doesn't do anything. Actually, the range is bad. Wait, plus 17. So this handgun does 48. If I give the stats of this gun to the handgun, it then does more damage than this assault rifle. Far less range. But 3 shots at how much additional damage? I don't know if that is a meaningful amount of damage. I don't want to do it and then regret it, but I might do it and then regret it. Well, because then I lose what? What do I lose? I lose Tranquilizer, I lose Frost as well. That's probably not worth doing. That's definitely not worth doing. Let's not do that. However, my vest perhaps can be improved with whatever the heck that is. Resist poison. Yep, that sounds alright actually. Or I can add 2 defense and 2 energy. Resist poison sounds alright. Where's that? Right there. Let's put that on my thing. Why not? There are no empty slots. That's bullcrap. There's an empty slot right down there. What are you talking about? Alright, well I don't understand. Maybe you can only get 1 resist per armor. Alright, well we'll just hang on to that tool for now, I guess. What'd that say? It's locked. Okay, well. Makes sense. Inventory is full for a change. Well, since I can't get stiffness, it looks like. It's another handgun. Does that handgun benefit my life in any way? One damage is just not enough. Hello, Tim. Perhaps you remember what's going on in the story and you can kind of remind me. We're chasing something in the museum. I think it was revealed that the guy in the museum wasn't actually up to any good, which was a shock to us all. Whose name I don't remember. Ow. Don't remember this part at all. All right. So we're together with our powers combined. We multiply my 0 knowledge by your 0 knowledge. Okay, so that's more than I knew. I'm also like, I thought I was doing alright on the combat until suddenly these things are kicking my butt. Just don't feel agile enough. I feel like I've reached a part of the game where you just have to take damage. Whether you like it or not, you're just gonna get hit. Oh my god. Do I have a medicine too? No, I don't think I do. Alright. That wasn't even where the key was. Thought maybe there'd be a key there. There wasn't. Whoop, whoop, whoop. Alright, let's think about this. That door was locked. Walked 1 step, and there's more fighting. More fighting. More of these things. Fighting. Fighting. We're doing lots of fighting. Jeepers. At least I do ice damage. That's something. Not a lot, but it's something. Yeah, maybe these enemies just are faster than enemies up to this point. But there were some boss fights prior to this where I'm like, yeah, I don't know if I could avoid that. I'm pretty positive I couldn't. Removes all negative status effects. That sounds good. Guess I don't need those items that do that now. Yeah, it seems a little out of place, doesn't it? Seems kind of weird. She's just very, very slow. Is the biggest conundrum I'm having. What did that say? Oh, okay, why does it keep skipping? It's not working, but I'm sure it'll start up again if I deactivate the alarm. Yeah, the alarm's definitely going off. That's true. I can hear it. The alarm sounds like do-ner-nee-ner-nee-nee. Well, that's good, I guess. I didn't do anything on purpose. I guess it just happened. Well, I mean, I did a few things on purpose. Set the alarm. No, just turn it on. Oh, I don't know. It kind of looked like 7. I don't know. I didn't know I had to be looking. Did I do it right? I'm gonna assume no, because it went brown. And brown is a noise that implies didn't do it right. I think maybe this is one of those games that really values defense, because skill is not really an option here. I can't really move around enough. Not even enough space to do it. I want to go out of this room and back in to see if I can do that animal thing again, because I really didn't think I had to know how many animals were hiding. Kind of looked like 9. Okay. What? Well, that wasn't worth it. Yeah. Running low on ammo, so I guess I have almost 600 bullets. I don't think anyone ever has carried 600 bullets in their entire lives. Unnecessary amount of bullets. It takes 5 shots to kill things. I could kill 100 things with what I have on my person right now. Whoops. Yeah, I didn't mix a lot of guns. Whatever gun I picked up, I mixed to the gun I was using. So I don't really have patience for that, especially these days with how complicated a lot of crafting and character customization stuff gets. It's just like, holy crap, I don't want to be in these menus all day. And especially with this type of game, it's kind of supposed to be spooky and momentum based. You don't want to be stuck in menus. This is barely an RPG. It wants to be. I don't know why it wants to be. It's not a very good RPG. That's just the giant scorpion thing. I said someone obviously doesn't want me to get through this area. Yeah, it's the giant scorpion thing doesn't want you to get through. What was the nutritional source of the first organism that lived 3.9 billion years ago? Well, that was wrong. Okay. I did it? Okay. What does that do for me? Got nothing for you. Got nothing. I have no idea why that happened the way that it did. This thing is big and... Ow! Not a big crafting person, are you? And I'm just unloading on this thing. It can't even move. Oh, I reloaded. That's where it did me wrong. Oh no! I'm poisoned now. Not really that big of a deal. It's dead. It's dead. Not really that big of a deal. Am I still poisoned? Is that how? Is this one of those types of games? I don't think it is. Confused about the trivia boxes that give people bullets when they answer correctly. Is that a feature of the Natural History Museum? You get ammo when you... Children go there on field trips. Do they answer the questions correctly and then get bullets? Why aren't these things dying? Yeah, I suppose considering they probably had lunch prior to visiting the museum, I just assumed they would have gotten their bullets before they got to the museum at their lunch. Those are their Happy Meals. But yeah, you're probably right. You can go through the gift shop at the museum, get your guns. A lot of rooms with like not a lot to interact with. Big canoe here. I've never been to the Natural History Museum. I can't imagine it looks like this. This is a pretty lackluster museum. Oh, you think... Yeah, there are probably guns in some kind of gift shop somewhere in America. I can believe that easily. I would be surprised if that didn't happen, actually. Get rid of Club 1. I don't need Club 1 anymore. What is that? My gun is so powerful that using other guns to upgrade it doesn't actually do anything. Craziness. I guess if I were to upgrade the grenade launcher, it would do quite a bit of damage. I don't know if that's worth doing. Because if it starts at 58 damage and I add 17, that's what that's implying, right? That's significantly more damage than what I'm already doing. And it has frost on it already. Sounds pretty good. I might do that. What was in here again? Oh, it was the grenade launcher. I don't necessarily want to use a grenade launcher, but... Actually, can I switch guns right now? I want to try it. I want to see how I feel about it. Grenade launcher. Grenade launcher. Grenade launcher. Alright, let's see how this... Ow! Let's see how this goes. If it's... That's quite a bit of damage. Not gonna lie. Wow! Alright, maybe I should switch to the grenade launcher. That's pretty good. Oh, that's absurd damage. I definitely need to switch. Yeah, we're gonna do that. Commit to things. As long as it takes bullets and not grenades or something, which I've never seen a grenade. I think it's just bullets, so... Tune-up weapons, armor. Where's that grenade launcher? Grenade launcher, grenade launcher. There it is. Is that what I'm using? Yes. And then there's my rifle. And I can upgrade it to heck and back. Oh my. Well, so much for that thing that I've been using for a while and upgrading a whole lot, but hey, perhaps this will do tons and tons of damage. Expect it may. Upstairs probably makes sense, but something's calling me. Something over here calling my name. I really, really need to get a new light bulb in my light, because the redness, I don't know why it's red-ish. Couldn't tell you, but this is where Olmec is. And can't interact with a darn thing. I mean, there's an exit over there. That seems promising, I guess, even though I came here for a reason. No. Nothing. Nothing muffin. Go for a muffin. I says, wait, what was that noise? I says, Did the tikis kill me? Wait, why did that happen? That was more than a noise. That didn't do anything other than rocks fell. It changed nothing about... Okay. Interesting. Ouch. A lot of damage. A lot of gosh darn damage. Doesn't feel like a grenade launcher at all. It's... Ow. Boom. That's a lot of medicine 4s. I should probably get rid of the medicine 3s or the medicine 4s. Perfect. Did that do anything for my life? I don't think it did. Posture. Oh! I think this game makes me slouch. Worse than other games for some reason. Couldn't tell you why. Wait, I don't know if I did damage on that thing. Doing 0 damage on these things, I think, maybe? Yeah, nothing's popping up on some of these shots for some reason. Rinku's here. Hello, Rinku. How are you doing? I didn't mean to sound as aggressive as I did just now, but... that interested to know how you're doing. It doesn't even say how much damage it's doing. I think I just picked up a bunch of junk. Like literal, actual junk. Just working. Part of me wishes I earned money doing something. How do I sort? There was a way to do it, I think. Am I crazy? I thought there was a sort thing. Alright. Never mind then. I'm sure it's in there somewhere. But we're not going to spend all of our lives trying to figure that out. The mitochondria creates ATP adenosine within the cell. How much energy is this equivalent to? Dude, I don't know. $30 ammo's worth is how much it does there. I just picked the most impressive sounding number because this game's way into mitochondria. That worked out for me. That's big damage though, I gotta say. smoking these things. Picked up junk again. Well. Can't get through here. We're not going to tell you why. We're not going to bore you with those details. Unimportant. You just can't. You just can't go. Perhaps I can jump down in. Or maybe just go through that door. That probably makes a lot more sense. That's safer. Crunk, crunk. Aya never closes any doors. I can go up or down. Go down to the first floor just because I want to know what that means for my life. I unlocked it, maybe? No? Okay. Don't know why I would do this. Well, now I do. Yeah! Let's upgrade my thing again. But with what? Perhaps I can get 3 shots out of it. Done. I don't know if that actually helps. So it definitely dampens your damage when you do more shots, but I don't know. It sounds cool. Not really concerned. I'm just... Yeah! Alright, let's do that. It's been a while since we've seen a save point, though. Getting a little concerned. I wouldn't be that concerned if this game wasn't into, like, instant death stuff. Which it wasn't up until one moment where it very much was into it. And that sucked. I didn't like that. That wasn't cool. Only happened once. Yeah, I'm playing it on a PC. I mean, no, this is a perfectly legitimate PlayStation. As you can tell, you can hear the disc spinning. Well, I have noise cancellation on, so you can't really hear it, but it's over there. Listen to it. Bzzz. There it is. By taking mitochondria, which uses oxygen as its nutritional source, into the body and living with it symbiotically, the bacteria has acquired a tremendous amount of energy. What was the consequence? No, I actually clicked the one that's not. I wanted to click this one. Well, it was wrong anyway. All right. Well, I missed my I missed my chance. I was wrong no matter what. Doesn't matter. Game ripped me off on what I actually wanted to choose, but what I wanted to choose was wrong. That's me not paying attention. It's also been several weeks since I've played this game. But welcome, Ravenclaw471. Is, if you don't mind, I'm going to use that one because I'm going to have a hard time pronouncing the other one because I'm an ignorant white man. Bam! 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 It's almost the exact same amount of damage as... Well, I guess more shots equals more opportunity for crits. So higher potential for damage, I guess? Maybe? I don't know. Let's just pretend like I made the right decision. I do have real hardware, real game consoles. They're sitting immediately to my... Well, not immediately to my right. Slightly askew. Slightly... What's the word? I don't want to say adjacent. Diagonal to me. Diagonal to my right. Bunch of consoles hooked up, ready to be captured. I don't have a current way to capture a PlayStation right now, though, unfortunately. Soon! Soon! Saw PlayStation 2 at a flea market for $20, but they only took cash and I didn't have it. I didn't have $20 worth of cash. I didn't have cash on me. I wanted that PS2. Yeah, this is my first time. So I did play like a demo or perhaps the opening from renting it or something like that, but I never really played it. I always wanted to. It was a big deal. I remember growing up and it being a big deal. And I'm glad I'm getting to play it now. I read the book before I started streaming this, just so I get my head around it. The book is bad. The game is much better than the book, so I'm appreciative of that fact. I don't recommend the book. It's not good. But I too am nostalgic. I'm nostalgic for this game even though I've never really played it, because it was a big-ish deal. It wasn't like a mega seller thing, but I remember seeing it on magazines. Definitely magazines. Was that supposed to be scary? Because I'm terrified. So I guess so. Die! It's a good premise for a survival horror game, though. It's too bad this isn't really a survival horror game. It wants to be. It's trying really hard. It hasn't quite figured it out, though. Tim claims that Parasite Eve 2 did figure it out. Is that true, Tim? Are you still standing by that? Oh, what do I get rid of? Do I still have more junk? I'm sure I do. Get rid of it. Second game is more like survival horror. Yeah. Yeah. I'll like that game better, I'm sure. I don't dislike this game. It's just it's got good ideas, varying degrees of successful execution. I feel like this combat system is ahead of its time, and they didn't quite figure out what they wanted to do with it. You're too far away to do damage to you. Yeah, at this point, the game is take damage, deal damage, heal after fight. That's where we're at. That's the status of this game. Seems to be doing all right. Ow. I think my favorite part is how they turn green when they die. Don't ask me why that's my favorite part. I don't have a good answer. I like green. It's my favorite color. But I like a little darker green. It's a little too bright for me. I'm sure I'm missing something, as in like optional stuff, but I don't know if I care enough to go back. I really don't. I've got mostly a full inventory anyway. Yeah, you missed. I'm sure I'm doing some damage to you. Yeah, see? And there you go, just completely destroyed you, you flying thing. Oh, interesting. I didn't even know that that was a thing. I've never seen her transform. Yeah, and I think they're just different styles of games. This mostly wants to be an RPG. From what I understand about the sequel, it more wants to be, like you were saying, it wants to be more like Resident Evil, which I like the hybrid approach. I like the idea of it. But because it wants to be both, I don't think it excels at either. I'm sure they could do it better. Wait, what? Okay, that's fine, I guess. I'm sure if they took another swing at it, they could figure it out. Like I said, a little ahead of its time, I think. Some good ideas here. Oh no! Hopefully there's a save point here. Do I still have any? Do I have any junk? Junk. Nope. Alright. No! The wrong one down. Because so it won't let me use the menu with the D-pad, so I have to use the analog stick, and sometimes it... Yeah, like if I let go too quickly, it kind of bounces back up one, and that's what burned me on that trivia thing. Well, I guess I'm going through it. Didn't mean to. I says, if I slip, I'm a goner. Well, let's get back in that hole then and see if there's a save point in here, because I don't necessarily want to slip and be a goner. Doesn't this place have any gosh darn phones? But that seems to imply that it really doesn't want me to fall. And that I'm able to fall. Which I don't want to do. Let's see. It looks like I can only get in from there. Let's go down then. I'm not sure how you intend to do this. I want you to show your work, because this seems like a really bad idea. No way. Not a chance. Oh, that's silly. That might be the goofiest thing in this game so far. And we've seen some goofy stuff. We've seen a lot of vaginas with teeth, but that right there, that's where I draw the line. Bam. Ow. Bam. Bam. How about some more bam for you? Bam! That reloading sucks. I wish you could manually do it. Wait, did we decide we could? But it's not worth it. If you have to go into a menu, it's not worth it. I'll just take the hit. I'll take that hit. Well, it's either this room or the other room. Let's see if the other room was locked. I could use a phone right about now. Yeah, this room seems scary. Let's go to the other room. I don't like scary rooms. I try to make all the rooms that I occupy not scary. Haven't quite figured out the bathroom though. That still gets to me. Every time I go in there. I often just soil my pants because I'm too afraid to go into my own restroom. Probably figure that out. So I'm not a big fan of my laundry room either. But once I soil my pants, I just kind of cycle through the clothes that I soil, and I just throw them out and buy new ones. I don't actually wash any of my clothes. And I know if you go back and watch some of my past streams, you'll see that I'm wearing the same clothes. They're not. I just buy the same style of clothes in bulk. So I have like 20 more of these shirts. Then when I run out, I'll buy more. I think I just automatically used a health thing, which means I was getting my butt kicked and not even realizing it. Which is fine, I guess. It's auto potion or something. Might have to sneeze here in a second, so we're just going to go ahead and... I felt it. I felt it coming. And there it was. I can stop a sneeze if I want. And I often want to because I hate sneezing, but I also... stopping a sneeze feels worse than actually sneezing. Oh, thank you, Ravenclaw, for the subscription. Thank you very much. Very much appreciated. I would not have called you out if you did not chat, but you have chatted, so I'm calling you out. Thank you very much. When I stream, I sneeze more, too. For some reason, it's been a bit since this happened, but there have been times where right before a stream, I have like a sneezing barrage that just happens right before I click live. I just sneeze like 4 to 6 times in a row. It's very upsetting. I don't like it. This is an incredibly long section. By the way, how long have I... This has been 46 minutes, I think. 5 of which was getting here, so we've been here a long time. And I'm just rambling because there is no story at all. We're just shooting a whole lot of dinosaurs and armadillo bugs. What the... That wasn't what that was supposed to look like. Real hardware, folks. Real hardware. Prove that it isn't. You can't. You're not in my room. You don't know what I'm playing on. Looks pretty accurate to me. Ow! He rolled through my legs. Tim, it boggles my mind that you don't remember anything about this section, considering how long it is. You'd think through just raw numbers of minutes that you've been here, you would remember something. This is so long. Been here forever. Hey, Christmas tree. And I know I'm missing stuff, but I'm just getting so bored of this place that I just can't care. And my inventory is probably full anyway. It definitely is. It's definitely full. Alright, that's just a glitchy girl. It's not supposed to look like that. Well, you probably leveled up a bunch. Yeah, I hate this. I don't like this place. This is very boring. It's just there's so many different paths, some of which that you just straight up can't go through for some reason. They don't tell you why. And she just moves too freaking slow for me to want to try all the different places. So if I'm making progress, that's where I'm gonna go. I'm gonna assume if there's something important, optional or otherwise, I'll be able to come back for it. Aya says, let's see, where's the alarm? It's right here. I'll deactivate the alarm first, then I'll save it. Here it is, and it's been activated. Deactivate it. Alright, now let's drink that coffee and wait what happened. Aya says, Eve! Where is she? That room, where is that? It's a good question. Yeah, we talked about this in one of the previous streams. I wonder how much it is that they don't want to have to license the book again. And because to me, it would seem like a no-brainer, especially with how often they do this, that you would just up-res this thing and put it out on something. That just seems like something that would do well. Aya says, Oh, do I have to fight Bone T-Rex? That'd be so cool. That'd be awesome. No one remembers this show, but this reminds me of Secret World of Alex Mack a little bit. All right. Is that fight happening here, or do I have to go downstairs? Downstairs makes sense. Aya says, I can't believe it. So that's how she controls inanimate objects. Wow. Get caught up, Aya. We're all here. We've been here waiting for you. And of all things, she's crazy. Yes. Of all things, she's also crazy. Can I go this way now? So I don't have to go all the way back through? Hopefully it's the shortcut. Please, thank God. Yeah, so if they were to just up-res this and put it out, it would do well. Which makes me think, and since Square Enix does that a lot, it makes me think there's a reason they're not doing it specifically for this game. And I think that reason might be that they have a complicated relationship with the rights holder of the book. Whatever that is. That's just my guess. No reason to actually believe that other than just speculation. So they're probably thinking return on investment. How much does it cost us to get a license for this thing? How much work is involved, and versus how much would actually sell? All speculation. No evidence. From my understanding, the book isn't that popular. Maybe it is in Japan. It's not. Definitely not in the US. Oh yeah, I read that novel. It's not good. It is not a good book. All right, let me rephrase. I hate when I say blank is definitively quality. I don't like to do that. So let me say this. I did not like the book. Didn't like it. So and I can tell you why I didn't like it. But there's that for you. Yeah, I don't know how I knew it was a book. Really don't. I do remember. Now, this also said I couldn't go through here last time. Can I go through here now? Yeah, sure, why not? Oh, no, wait. Never mind. I didn't really understand what went down in that room. So, we're just gonna get out of there and not talk about it. But I knew it was based on a book. I knew from a long time ago. I don't know how I knew, but I did. And when I decided to stream this game, I'm like, I want to know. I tried to be a well-read individual. And I think that's a unique perspective I could provide while streaming this game. I could tell people the differences, or the similarities, or how the book relates to this. They make a lot of really smart changes for this game. They make this game better than the book in just about every way. So there you go. You don't need to read the book. Interesting. Am I even going the right way? I feel like I'm not. Maybe I am. Well, the elevator works now, so that's good. Let's save it again, just in case. Yeah, I just think the story of the original novel is not as strong, as well as several other flaws that I have with the book. So if it was a direct adaptation from novel to manga, then I feel like the manga would have the same issues. Oh boy. Jeez. Well, that doesn't help me at all. I don't know. 2F sounds good. Yep. Yep, this does a lot for me. I don't know if anyone... I think that got picked up on the mic. Someone just revved some kind of vehicle really hard outside of my house. I love it. I love it so much when people do that. Strange you read the book before playing a video game. Have you watched the movie too? Is there a movie? I didn't know there was a movie. So you've brought more information. Together, all of us combined. Also, welcome, by the way. Goob to Goob. Good name. I have not watched the movie. If there is a movie, is the movie based on the book? I assume that's the case. I knew that this game was an adaptation. Yeah, people play and then read the book, correct. Which is why I wanted to do it the other way around, because I wanted to have that going in. I wanted that experience. So... very, very intentional. Gosh darn it, I'm going the wrong way, I think. Ouch. I mean, presumably, I gotta use the elevator. Just straight up. That was the whole objective, was to say, hey, now I can use the elevator. Yeah, so here was my way of thinking. I read books, and there's that, and then, yeah, based on the movie, yeah, that's a, gosh darn it, is a good joke. I love that joke, and it made so many people mad. So I knew this game was based on the book, and I wanted to know how they adapted, because I knew what the game was. I didn't really play it that much, but I knew what it was. And I'm sitting there thinking, how the heck did they make that type of game out of any book, let alone what I think the book is. So I wanted to know going in. And I read the book. I didn't read it... I read it pretty quick, so... It was pretty short. It was like 300 pages or something like that. And... for the first 150 pages, I was bored out of my mind. And then the last half of the book got more interesting, but then it had messages that I don't agree with. So all around, from my enjoyment of it, just a complete failure. Tim, 300 pages is a short novel. That is not a long book. I just read the extended version of The Stand, and that book is 1,200 pages. Big pages. Like, we're talking very, very long book. What in God's name? And yeah, so I got that perspective. And I'm glad I had that perspective, because I really appreciate the changes they made. And it's just really interesting how they adapted this thing. So this did nothing for me. Yeah, it does look like looks like a depuke. Looks like a depukie. So the movie's based on the book. I did not know that. But the game is based on the book. I don't think the game takes anything from the movie, so I'm less interested in that, especially... Come on, microphone. It's this stupid pop screen that ain't cooperating. Alright, that'll be fine. Back to 1F, I think. Maybe. Fastest elevator you've ever seen. Surprised you didn't get splattered up against the ceiling, because that was quick. So now that I have that, I can talk. There has been one person that has joined these streams that has also read the books. Book, singular. And that was a fun conversation to have. So either way, I'm glad I read it. Even if I didn't like it, because it made me appreciate this game more. It's a different setting, different characters. It takes place after the book does, actually. And they changed... I had to do this on purpose, which is crazy to me, but they changed the underlying message of the book. Or this game. And based on when this game was made, it seems crazy, because it seems like a political decision, which I don't think they would have done in the 90s, but maybe they did. In which case, more power to them. That's impressive. I admire it. I didn't know that. It does mention the events that happened in the book. The guy, I don't remember his name. I already forgot all the characters' names. The guy from Japan that came over when he heard what was going on here, he mentioned the stuff that happened in the book. He said, this is what happened. But then they said how the monster was defeated, and they changed it because that's the right answer. You know, whatever your politics are, the book more or less says that the monster died in the book because it is incapable of being man and woman at the same time, and there's like biological purity between men are meant to be men and women are meant to be women, and because the monster couldn't be one gender, it just basically imploded, and that's how it died. And they changed that for this game. That is not how the monster died in the game. When the guy comes over, I don't remember his name, when the guy comes over to New York from Japan and says what happened in the book, he leaves that part out. Maybe he just knows. But then there's the part where, like, there's a pro-gun control guy in the police station, which is strange. This is the 90s, and they're talking about this stuff. It's nuts. Weirdly impressed. I hate these stupid roly-poly bugs. I hate this dungeon. So long. And you'd think you'd get like a reward for shooting them when they're revving up their attack. You don't. They just do their attack. It's fine. See you, Tim. See you next time. Talk to you soon. Where's that stupid T-Rex? This isn't right. Yeah, it is very annoying. I don't want to fight anymore. I just want to find the stupid T-Rex, which I thought... I don't know what I thought. I don't know what I'm thinking. Down here, there's nothing, right? It's just a... yeah, okay. So clearly... Clearly. What is this thing? Nothing. Old-timey radio, nothing. So there's the elevator. No! don't want to fight anymore. Can we go inside the museum shop? I didn't even try to do that. Shoot it! Come on. Oh, yeah, okay. This map is a bit confusing, I agree. I've got so much garbage. Defense +1, sure, why not? Let's put it on. Put it on the cum protector. Yeah, so right. You're not wrong, Goob. So like the whole message of how that monster died, I was just like, I don't agree with this. And I think it's kind of messed up. And then the game removed that key detail. This is not the right way. Ugh. I'm blind. What if I get really close to it? Nope, not good enough. I could probably remove it with something. What sounds like detox? Probably not. Full recover. All status. I don't need to do that. I just want to remove blindness. Alright, well, I guess that's fine. I wonder if that is a... Real talk, I'm using an emulator. I wonder if that's an emulation glitch. That big black square on that ice attack. I don't know. It's not supposed to look like that, I promise you. I don't think that was a creative choice. Stupid blindness! Where is the T-Rex? Where is it? My guess is because they showed me the T-Rex, I have to go kill the T-Rex, which will then remove the goo from the door on the 4th floor. That's what I believe is the current objective. Whoever. I don't appear to be any... Gosh darn it all! I don't appear to be any closer to the T-Rex. There's no signs that says this is way to the T-Rex. There's no way to run, right? Do you really have to fight every single one of these things? Yeah. At least I'm getting a bunch of ammo. That's what I need. I can't believe this. Where am I even going? I could have swore I passed the T-Rex at some point. first floor, I think. This is the lobby? It's not. Did I not pass it on the ground? Maybe I didn't. Maybe I didn't. No. Need a key for that one. Alright. Oh, boy. Looking it up, because this sucks. Oh, wait, those are eggs. Seems to imply... Perhaps. They see this. How does that not imply that I'm going the right way? Well, the rainforest is directly next to the lobby, so this isn't it. This is not it. Alright, while I fight this slug, I'm going to try to look it up. Because this is balls. T-Rex is on the first floor. What you saw in the CG is that you saw it on the balcony of the second floor. Yes, but I'm on the first floor now. And I don't seem to be getting any close. I feel like I've scoured. Clearly I didn't. Clearly I didn't. But it feels like I have scoured this place. Looking for this gosh darn T-Rex, and this just takes me to a dead end. Every single time I need a key, right? Like this, I really want to go this way to make sure, but... Because everything is so slow and I'm going to have to fight 45 times. Crap. Oh, it's truly terrible. Awful. Awful, awful stuff. And I don't think you can run. Oh, well, thank you. Thank you for doing that. Going out of your way to do that for me. I appreciate it. Hope wherever you're watching me, I am improving your life. Your day, specifically, not your life. That's... Boy, that sounds like a bold claim that I'm improving your life, but I hope I am making your day slightly more enjoyable. By running around this museum repeatedly. Cha-chink. I am so confident that this is not the right way, even though this looks dinosaur-esque. I feel like I'm missing a key. I think that's the problem, is that I'm missing a key somewhere. Because this is just straight up not open. And this feels like that's where the T-Rex is. That's what I'm thinking. Those boxes have garbage that I put in there in case people are confused why I'm running by those boxes. Did I miss a key? Alright, I'm going to go back to looking up. From the alarm panel, move right and then down to find a concealed elevator. Anti-elevator, select 4th floor. Second floor. Research lab. E. Alright, well. Okay. At least I got things to go on. There's a concealed elevator? Then I have to Go to the second floor to the stamina marijuana. This isn't it. Where was the alarm thing? Was that on the second floor? So it went up to the third, dropped down from the balcony. Really don't want to fight anymore. Just don't want to fight anymore. So many bullets. 700 some odd bullets. Fighting so much. Making no progress. Yeah, I think the alarm was on the second floor. Okay. Have you met Eve Simp near the elevator yet? I have not. Where I'm at, and I think this is the right direction. Maybe not. Turn back. Okay. What happened was I disabled the alarm. I exited that room. There was a cutscene that showed me the T-Rex getting animated, and that's where we're at. That is the only thing. That is the... To the elevator. Let's go to the elevator. We can do it. We can go to that elevator. We can fight some more. Oh, man. So good. I love it. I love it. It's not... leveling up isn't even that meaningful. I mean, I guess I'm sure I'm getting stronger somehow, but... I would love the option to just run by these things, or use an item to stop these encounters or something. Something, anything, to make this suck a little bit less. Just a tad. Check the door on the right side of the screen after you reach the elevator. Alright. That's a door on the right side of the screen. What'd that say? Well, it said something. And I opened it. Best put your hands in the air where I can see them. I says, Maeda. Maeda says, hi, Aya. This is the guy I was talking about. The guy that came over from Japan. You're obviously very familiar with him. So I guess I don't need to say that. Maeda says, hi, Aya. Hi, Aya. Hiya. Yes, there was something I really needed to test. Maeda says, may I put my arms down now? Yeah, if you want to get shot. Blam, 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 blam. I says, did you come back here alone? Maeda says, no. Daniel came with me part of the way. I says, well, where is he now? Maeda says, yes. He went to look for something at the hospital. He should be on his way here. I says, oh. Maeda says, there haven't been any combustions recently, so Anyway, I asked Wayne to make this back at the station. Please use it. I says, what is it? What is this? I says, what? Yes, I'll have to explain later. But I believe this will have some effect against Eve and the creatures she controls. I says, thank you. I guess I'll have to wait and see what it does. It's a gun. It's a gun that I have to take. So what do you want in return? Did I see junk somewhere? I'll trade you. I'll trade you something. What do you want? Medicine 3? I'll give you a medicine 3. There you go. Maeda says, I came across some findings. Yes. First of all, there was blood serum with Maya's name labeled on it in the freezer. I says, my sister's name, and? Maeda says, well, the research code for it was called Eve. Maeda says, Eve? Then Eve really is... Maeda says, it appears to have been made up of liver cells. He was culturing them in the past. Maeda says, what do you mean? What for? Maeda says, I don't know. There isn't any data left. But it seems Dr. Clamp has been culturing them for years. Recently, it appears he was conducting research on artificial sperm. For Eve, of course. Maeda says, for Eve. Maeda says, yes. He wanted to exclude the mitochondria from the sperm and create new sperm. Sperm with no parasites. Sperm with only the nucleus. Sperm, sperm, sperm. Aya says, sperm without the mitochondria? Maeda says, yes. He took the sperm that he created here and moved it to the hospital. This game's ahead of its time with how often it says the word sperm. I feel like this might be the first game that ever says sperm. Maeda says there he would artificially inseminate those who would volunteer for the experiment. Aya says, then what was that HLA list for? Aya says, Professor Clamp! Dun, dun. Clamp says, you ordinary beings will never, never comprehend my level of research. Aya says, Professor, I'm placing you under arrest as the ringleader of this operation. What you did, this isn't something you can get away with. Do you understand? Clamp says, ha 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 ha! You are pathetic, Brea. Why, put yourself in the human domain by reciting meaningless laws? Why put yourself? I enunciated that incorrectly. They're meaningless. Do you understand? Ha 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 ha! I guess you haven't told your little friends yet. Your mitochondria has special powers, doesn't it? Aya. Ha 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 ha! But sadly, you still have the form of a human being, don't you? Aya says, you can say all you want, but I'm just here to arrest you, Professor Clamp. Clamp says, I'm not letting you interfere with Eve, you hear? Do you understand? Maeda says, look out. I think they said look out, Aya, or something. I don't read that fast. Daniel came in and punched Dr. Clamp in the face. Aya says, Daniel, thanks. I didn't see the scalpel. Daniel says, just in time. Why didn't you shoot? You could have been killed. Aya says, I know. It just didn't seem real. It felt more like, he's moving, shoot him. Clamp says, ugh. Daniel says, he's conscious again. Clamp says, Dallas to the rescue, eh? Officer Dallas, why didn't you shoot me? Daniel says, what? Clamp says, I know you hate me. Daniel says, what do you want to say, huh? Of course I hate you. Because of you, Lorraine's. Clamp says, Lorraine? So I see that your boy managed to escape. Daniel says, you? I should have killed you way back. Someday you're going to pay for this. Clamp says, ha 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 ha. We'll see. We'll see. Aya says, what are you planning to do, Professor? Look at the DNA on my computer screen. Clamp says, ha ha ha, you'll love this. I'm waiting for the birth of the ultimate being. Proper noun. Clamp says mitochondria is passed on from the mother, but you see, traces from the father can also be found in minute quantities. According to Eve, her sister in Japan was unable to attain her ultimate goal because the father's side of the mitochondria caused a rebellion. He is definitely just comically evil. And you knew it from the start, right? The second you met him, you could tell. Clamp says, for Eve to succeed this time, I created sperm without the male mitochondria DNA. The creation was a success. Eve is now pregnant with Melissa's body. Aya says, pregnant? Maeda says, how can that be possible? Daniel says, darn. Aya, we gotta kill Eve. Let's go. Clamp says, ha 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 ha. You humans are so weak, so stupid. Us humans? Clamp says, you may have been able to barge in here and do things your way until now. But things are going to change. I won't let you interfere with Eve anymore. Clamp says, Eve, can you hear me? You don't have to wait any more. I'm ready. Daniel says, what? What the heck are you talking about? I says, Daniel, Maeda, run. She's going to blow the whole place up. I'm sure he's fine. We'll get you to a hospital. I know one. It's It's doing quite well. Clamp says, so, I see. Your mitochondrial power doesn't allow you to burn. Clamp says, why? Why stay here and try to save me? Aya says, first of all, my friend just jumped out a window. Second of all, I'm a cop and it's my job. And after all, I am human. Clamp says, ha ha ha! Like I said, humans are pathetic. I love the ha-has. It's funny. It's the Clamp key. I'll trade you. Hey, I'll give you a revive. Maybe that'll help you. I'm not going to do that. That would be a good joke, but we all know that's not going to work. How about a third medicine? Medicine 3 is the third in the trilogy of medicines. Interesting. Okay, so now we got the Clamp key. I assume that unlocks that door, but the guide that I saw also mentioned that there was an obscured elevator that takes me and gives me some goodies. So I kind of want to find that, but I also don't want to fight anything anymore. So I don't know. I don't know how I feel about that. Is this where the alarm was? Was it this way? I think it was. Maybe not. Please don't let me fight. I really don't want to fight. So sick of fighting. Unless it's a boss. I'll fight a boss. Oh, well, welcome from Thailand. Thank you for stopping by. I'm going to be wrapping up in about 30 minutes anyway, so don't worry too much. I don't think this is the right way. It's definitely not. Back out here. How's the weather in Thailand right now? Warm? I'm just gonna guess warm. Ah. Please die. Also, I apologize on behalf of my country for anything that I have done that may have caused you issues. Yeah, Goob, I don't know if you can see under my face, there's a chat. Someone on YouTube is talking to me as well, and he is from Thailand. He or she, I guess I don't know for sure. I assume he, because most people that watch video game stuff is men, but that is a unfair bias that I have given. I just assume he. On YouTube though, or sorry, on the video screen below my face, there should be... Hang on one second. Yes, directly below my face on the video feed, there should be a chat, and you could see Ravenclaw471 chatting, I hope, unless something's not working. But from what I can tell, based on my screen, it does appear to be working. I'm streaming both to Twitch and YouTube at the same time, so some people watch on YouTube. No, you're good. No problem. I understand it's confusing. Confusing. Alright, allegedly there's an elevator around here that's obscured. Darn it all. Alright, let me check that guide again. Move right and then down to find a concealed elevator. Enter the elevator and select the 4th floor. Okay. Move right. And then down. I'm assuming it's just the elevator I was using. It'd be weird if there was a different elevator. Oh, it's been raining non-stop here. It's absurd. I think it's actually raining right now. It's been like this for 3 weeks. I don't know what's going on. We get a decent amount of rain here, not that much. This was excessive. I like the rain. I like the rain a lot. But when you have children that want to go outside when it's warm, and every day you have to tell them, like, well, but it's raining. Darn it all, I haven't pressed the wrong button. Yeah, this does me no good. I can't go in there. What the heck was my guide talking about? I don't remember what's in here, if anything. Yeah, I don't want that garbage. Yeah, I think my guide is lying to me, so screw off. Just go where I know where we have to go. I assume that opens up after I kill the T-Rex. That's my guess. Ah, posture. Gosh darn, I went back in the other. God. Blah, blah. Hello? I feel like I've leveled up 6 times in the museum alone. No! Don't want to fight. Especially these things. I always hate it when I go through an entire fight without saying a word. What left is there to say? Not a lot. Not a lot. Just gotta keep fighting. Fight for your right to party. No! God, no. Don't want to. Ow. Ow. Smoked that thing, though. Bagoosh! Alright. I really hope this is the right way, because that would be just about soul-crushing if this was not. The room with the DNA model, go there. There's a door you can use the clamp key on to unlock. No, I don't remember the room with the DNA model. If that's... No, I don't remember. Unfortunate. Can I go back to it after I fight what... can I go back to it after I go this way? Let's say. Can I... I'll ask that question. Or is this a point of no return? Because there's no turning back now. I've just done it. I've just gone through the door. Wait. This does nothing for me. Okay, well. Alright. So I guess we gotta find that room with the deer. with the DNA model. Yeah. Alright. DNA model. No. Don't remember. This isn't it. This is not it. Oh, what is going on? I don't know. DNA model. Monitor room first. Oh, there. Hey, maybe that's something. Stop. I was told to stop. Unfortunately, there's a delay, so I didn't see it in time. Just keep stabbing me. I'll keep shooting you. Go ahead, we'll just trade some blows here. Die, maybe? At some point? There you go. Alright, so you want me to go back? You want me to turn around? Turn around. Go back, okay. I can't believe it. It is unbelievable. I can't what's happening. Just have to keep fighting. Stupid bugs. I'm gonna level up again. I don't even know. I mean, I guess I got... Wait, don't I have, like, points or something? I don't know if that helps me at all, but I did it. Alright, I'm up the stairs. Hey, that's a DNA model. Okay, I don't want to inadvertently go the wrong way, so which one? South, perfect. Heck yes. Nailed it. I knew it. It was all me. I knew exactly where I was going the whole time. The heck is this? That's a Triceratops. Only he looks a little juicy. Oh, I'll fight Triceratop. After this, I'll fight Tricerabottom. 7. Uh-oh. Alright, well, that looked a lot more painful than it was. Non-stop barrage of shooting. Alright, now would be a good time to heal. Goodness! This thing's definitely got some health, let me tell you. It's missing a head. It no longer has a head. Alright, I can almost full recover again, so I might as well. There's no save, okay, that's good. I'm dead. Liberate? Liberates Monocon. What does that mean? Does that mean they just fight on my side? I can't imagine that's what that is, but... Ah! Whoa! Arg. My body feels like it's going to burn up, says Aya. Good thing there's some chests, ammo. Medicine. Surprised they didn't take the T-Rex noise from Jurassic Park. I don't think that's copyrighted. Maybe it is. It's in Dino Crisis, which was the same year as this game, I think. Or no, this game was 1 year before Dino Crisis. Honestly, it doesn't seem all that big. Alright, let's see. What do I got here? Haste. Movement is kind of nice. But my ape, I mean, giving me its weaknesses does nothing. Cheap viewers? Oh, I don't think anyone's here to ban that sucker. Oh well. Heck yeah, movement. Is there more than one target? There's only one. 9. That's better. Uh-oh, it's gonna hurt. 0. 1. Okay, hold on. Everybody settle down now. Okay, avoid that one. Future reference. I think the haste is already gone. Haste sucks. Uh-oh. Can't avoid it. Locked in shot. No. Yep, that's gonna hit me. It's gonna cook me a little bit. Lots of cooking. Give me a potion though, so it's fine. Oh, he hits hard. He's just like a real T-Rex with all the fire. Alright, I can avoid this one, I think. Maybe. There's nowhere to run! How the heck am I supposed to avoid that thing? Yeah, see, there's just, you just gotta take it. You just gotta take it. You gotta take it hard. Apparently it's too far away. That's fine. Alright, he's doing it over there, therefore I can get behind him. That's right. Not close enough. Come on, start it, and then I can run. Yep, and then we just do back and forth nonsense. Sucks so bad. Start your fire, hopefully, and then hopefully I can get around you. How many medicines do I have? I have more than 1, 2, 3. I got plenty, so I'm gonna actually put on a barrier. Oh man, it jumped around like a crazy person. Already out of the barrier, I think. Oh, that's gonna hurt. Nope. That's gonna hurt. Yeah. I kind of want you to do it again because I'm not ready to. You gonna do it again? You gonna do it again? What are you doing? What is that? Ah, poopy. Well, that's not the direction I thought he was going to do that in. Yeah, that... Oh, good thing I can avoid it with my speed. Yeah! I did it. He unceremoniously faded away into green. He got sent to the Matrix. Taken out of the Matrix? Something to do with the Matrix. That could have been the hardest fight in the game. It probably was still the hardest fight in the game. Okay, so what was that area? Have a good one. Thank you for your help. Hope to see you next time. Sleep well. There was this area that I could go to. Actually, maybe I can go to it now. Probably should have saved it. In fact, yeah, let's not mess around. Let's go save it. And then we'll check the 4th floor, and then we'll probably wrap it up. So basically this entire stream was just this section. But we did it. Boy, did we do it. Got a phone home. Get in the elevator. Get. Okay, so can I go into goo room now? Look, there's even more goo. Alright, checking the guide again, even though it lied to me the first time. The guide says to go to the 3rd floor. Third floor to access previously locked rooms. Not this room. No. Goodness. Got greedy. Tried to shoot that thing from too far away. I didn't want you to use that potion. Medicine, whatever it's called. Oh my goodness. I can't believe it. This is truly ridiculous. Shot the wrong thing. I have no idea where I'm going. If I don't inadvertently walk into the area where I'm supposed to be, I'm just going to go back down and save it. But I think actually south is right, maybe. Think we're getting there? Oh yeah, it just took a whole bunch of junk, so that's good. Thank God. Yeah, this is where the Triceratops ruined my day. Use clamp key. Wah, wah, wah. Why increase it? Why? Okay, well, I got it wrong, so whatever. Don't want to keep fighting anymore. Only thing I know about my life. Those medicines probably would have been better than the junk that I'm carrying around. Where am I? Holy crap! What is going on? This is insane. This is just the second floor again. This is stupid. Alright. I'm gonna go down and save it, and then we'll now that I know we second floor, that door, and then up, I guess. That's something. Wow. It's ridiculous. Alright, I'm gonna wrap it up. In case someone is still somehow watching, the best way to support me is to join my Discord server at tinyurl.com/randy-discord. It has popped up on your screen occasionally. If you prefer, tinyurl.com/randy-discord. Community discussions and know about me, my status, my whereabouts, all that good stuff. You can talk to me directly right there. Everything you want to know is at that spot. It's the best way to support me. Also, follow, subscribe, do all that stuff that everybody does. Support a channel. I'll talk to you next time. See you later, everybody. Bye-bye.